we've heard of terms like quiet quitting, quiet firing, and now there's quiet cracking. So what is quiet cracking and why is it becoming such a concern right now?
So we might have observed the quiet quitting, as you mentioned, also quiet firing. But quiet cracking is like the state that employees, they are like physically they show up at work, but internally, like mentally, they are not really there. They're like they deliver the job, they meet the expectation, but the motivation actually demotivated or obviously they're disengaged.
How can we tell that someone is quiet cracking at work?
That would be signs that employers could observe. Some of the employees that might be disengaged, like in the company's activity. There are less collaboration, less of knowledge sharing. This is a top percentage from our research, like 40%. The second one, sometimes there could be observed as lacking of focus. They are like 22% from our research. And the last one actually contributed to 20% of our research. Sometimes when the employees are in the meeting, they're not really like actively participate in the meeting, not really showing like their ideas, their thoughts in the meeting. So that could be like the top three signals that the employers could observe that the employees could be in the state of quiet cracking.
If someone is not engaged in the company's activities, they feel distracted at work, and they don't share any ideas or opinions in meetings. So these are the top three issues that employers cannot overlook.
No, they cannot not overlook, and they cannot let these go unnoticed, because if this continue, and it's quiet cracking, right? And if this continue quietly, it could affect the company overall productivity and also the company culture and morale as well as a big picture.
How is it different from burning out?
I would say that burning out can be observed more easily. I mean, they might not really deliver, but the people that are in the state, I mean, the employees that are in the state of quiet cracking, normally they would be meeting the expectations of the job that they could deliver. But burning out, sometimes they might not meet expectation. And those group of employees, of course, the employers would take in action something with them already. But quiet cracking, sometimes the employers has to observe whether there would be some signal, because the result is there, the expectation have been met, but internally, as I shared, that they are not really there. They are demotivated and disengaged.
How alarming is it for companies today?
So I believe that quiet cracking might be lead from one of the situation we are in during the uncertainty. I mean, it could lead from the economic challenges, the business challenges, which they are like the factor that, okay, that could lead to the challenge in the workplace as well. And that cause uncertainty and potentially could be causing the job security to the employees. So sometimes, okay, they meet the result, but to identify that at the early stage, the employer should understand that, okay, the employees might facing the situation, oh, I'm not sure about the job security, there are uncertainty, and maybe discuss with them whether this could be observed as an opportunity or challenge that they could take on, and let's accept it as like a normal professional life.
Right, and you just mentioned economic challenges, and Thailand has been facing a series of economic challenges with the higher cost of living and now the energy crisis. So how much of this is contributing to the quiet cracking or the burning out factor among employees today?
I think the economic challenges, the war, the trade war, price, and everything are like the external factors that every business, all the business in the market facing right now. But internally, if the company able to identify these signs of quiet cracking and burning out signals that the employees have, starting from the internal, I mean, communication, as I shared earlier, and also open communication with them, how to navigate the challenge within the organization during the uncertainty time, whether the external factor are, that would give the employees more like, the employers understand how the employee in the situation, what the situation they are in.
Right, and what would be your recommendations for companies to retain their talent so that they don't feel like they're quiet cracking every single day?
So I would take the first step is to have the open communication with the employees. By communication, I mean like two-way communication. So understand their needs, what they value, and getting feedback from them, and also communicate with them the direction, the purpose, the organization goals, whether that how the employees and employers are going to align the expectation that would give like the direction of how the organization would go in the future.